Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. Today we are looking at Fly Again by David Phelps. Alright, so as I said before, today we are looking at Fly Again by David Phelps. Now there is a slight little prelude to the song, which is he's explaining why and the context of why and how he wrote the song, more why, I guess. But I think that it's really important to include that because the context is going to make this song much more powerful. So I will leave that in. Also, before you guys check out this song that we're about to listen to, make sure that you check out theblindleadstheblind.com and my single, which will appear over... Man, I never get this so backwards. I never get the hand right, but it's this one, because here it's on that side. What do you know? But yes, make sure you check out this my single, The Doe of the Dawn, and we will get right into it.
So, I wrote Fly Again after a good friend of ours passed away after a long battle with cancer. And we had rallied around him during his fight. The whole community had. And it was a hard loss. So I went to my piano and sat down and wrote that song. I remember sitting by his bed, and he was going in and out of consciousness there at the end. And this one time he woke up, and we were all surprised at his disappointment when he said, "I'm still here." He was ready to go, but we weren't ready to lose him. And you know, we all lose loved ones here on earth. And we dream of that moment, that great reunion, when we fall into the arms of our loving Savior.
Okay, I'll just stop right there. I mean, how powerful is that, right? I mean, can I get much more powerful than that? Than somebody on their deathbed, coming in and out of consciousness, and then being upset that they're not dead yet. That is very, very powerful. Like what he's saying there. Anyway. Also, I couldn't help but try to look at David Phelps' Apple Watch there to try to figure out what type of home screen he was using, even though it was like a somber, sort of melancholic moment. I can't help myself because I have an Apple Watch too. But I use the, like clock face, and it didn't seem like he did. But anyway, let's continue.
Trembling hands held the church pew that day, struggling to stand when they asked him to pray. With wisdom and strength his words were spoken, but his body grew weary, for his wings were broken. But he will fly once again. He will soar with his wings unfolded. Hear the angels applaud as he rides on the wind to the arms of God, and he will fly.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop right there real quick. That little, and he can't, I need to wear my voice up. But the that little bit, I'm gonna fly. That little bit seems like is a reoccurring sort of musical motif or sort of technique that he uses a lot. So I'm starting to recognize as I listen to more of his music some artistic choices that are made more often, and that's one of them. So anyway, let's continue.
He will fly again. And on that day when he left for the sky, I saw him smile as he told me goodbye.
Here's another thing. I really liked what just happened. How I actually really believe that they recorded that first part inside of David's house there, and I guess this is in the notorious barn. I could hear the change in the tone of his voice. I can hear reverb and delay now through that microphone. So it does feel like you actually change scenes, which is a really cool feature, a thing that you can do with music, with video. When you combine them together, is you can sort of place people in different areas, and they actually went with the sound change, which is a really cool thing, I think. Anyway, let's continue.
No more would he weep for missed tomorrows. No more would he suffer in this land of sorrows. But he will fly once again. He will soar with his wings unfolded. Hear the angels applaud as he rides on the wind to the arms of God, and he will fly.
I saw you back there, Mr. Cameraman. You can't hide. Can't hide. Yeah.
He will fly again. I know that he's in a better place, but I still dream of a day when I'll see his face. Then we'll embrace.
That's definitely sorry. Again, I've got a little phlegm in my throat. That's another thing that is very stylistically happens a lot with David Phelps, is he likes to modulate there in that last chorus to make it as big as possible, which I don't hear so much anymore these days. I kind of wished I had, but I'm getting it now, so what do you know?
Once again.
Oh, in case you don't know what a modulation is when you actually change the key of the song while the song is going on. So you could either modulate up or down as far as keys go, up being like higher in pitch or lower in pitch. But usually you use something like the circle of fifths to choose which key you might modulate to, because you might gain one or lose one of the sharps or flats, and if that's way over your head, then that's fine. That's just musical jargon. Now let's continue.
We will soar with our wings unfolded. Hear the angels, oh, the
Nice use of effects there.
We will fly
Love the tasty crooning there. So if I were to guess on how they recorded this, it would be that David recorded the piano parts while he was in his house there, and then played out the whole part. Or that would be probably the way that I would try to do it, so that he mapped the whole song out there, and then overlaid this part with everything else. Notice how they didn't show the piano player the entire time. So he might just be playing along and they didn't record his part. Poor piano player. Maybe they did, but I didn't recall them playing it because I hadn't had that thought yet, so who knows. Anyhow, that was really good. That was really, really good. I really liked that end where he's crooning those notes and just using the effects really well. So he must have the effects in his ears because he can probably hear the way his voice is being affected, which is being able to play with your effects, which is the best way to do it, right? Because if you just put it on in post-production, then it's not... it kind of feels inorganic a little bit. Anyway, that's, just a side note. Anyhow, if you liked this video, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will catch you on the next one.